Hello, my friend. Welcome to your sleep story. My name is Stephen Dalton. I'm an Irish storyteller, and it's my great privilege to be the voice that you listen to as you go to sleep tonight. I love trees. If you're regular to my channel, you'll know about my little dog Timmy and how we love to walk together through any kind of forest. And when I do, I love to think about the world of the forest and how the trees support each other. And that's what inspired this story. And we'll follow some specific trees during the 4 seasons. I really hope you like it. One small thing. If you'd like to support my work, you can do so through Patreon. The link is below this video. Okay, let's do the relaxation session now, which will take a few minutes before tonight's sleep story. I'm going to count down from 10 to 1, and as I do, allow yourself to let go more and more. 10. Feel the support of the bed beneath you, or the floor, or whatever you lie upon tonight. Really feel that support. And as you do, allow yourself to let go a little more now. And beneath whatever you lie upon, know that the earth is supporting you. Feel the solidity of it, the constantness of it. It is always there, supporting you. So just let go now. 9. You are safe. Allow my voice to be an anchor of safety for you tonight. Know that I will not take you anywhere that is unsafe. Allow my voice to be a friend, to be a calming guide, and see if this feeling of safety can enable you to let go a little bit more now. 8. Feel into your body. Where are you holding tonight? Maybe it's in your feet. Maybe your lower legs. Maybe your belly. Maybe your chest. Or maybe your face. I know I always hold in my face. See if you can just relax everything now. 7. The day is done. Whatever has been, And whatever will be, will be. Whatever thoughts you may still be having tonight, they are not useful now. Don't fight them. See them for what they are. Thoughts. Allow them to arrive. Even welcome them. And then gently watch them depart, like leaves on a moonlit river, or clouds passing in a moonlit sky. Six. Peace lives within you. It is always there, waiting to be found. See if you can find it tonight. See if you can say hello to that peace. For it is your constant friend. And if you do feel it, where do you feel it? Is it in your head? Or is it in your heart? 5. This is your moment. This is your time. You have nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Allow that fact to enable you to let go a little more now, to really be in this moment. 4. Perhaps feel a little gratitude now for the shelter you have tonight, for the simple things like your body and your breath, for the ability to listen to this sleep story tonight. 3. Begin to engage with your imagination now. Begin to see a beautiful forest on a spring day, a very still scene with an oak tree, a fir tree, and a little sprout of a beech tree. Really start to feel the calming energy of this place. 2. Check in with your body one more time now. See where you might still be holding. And if you are holding anywhere, feel the release. 1. Completely letting go now as I tell you tonight's sleep story. It's springtime in the forest. All of the trees have survived the winter and are happily standing still. It's a calm spring morning, and all the trees stand tall, basking in the gentle warmth of the morning sun. A little squirrel is just slowly waking up. She lives in the big oak tree. She looks around and stretches out her tiny limbs and is clearly enjoying her cozy home provided by the oak. The weather is fine today. The type of day where everything almost looks like a painting. It's so still. The big fir tree is there as well. And if you watch closely, just below the fir tree, you would see a tiny, tiny little sprout of a tree moving very slowly, popping its little head above the leaves on the ground. This will one day be a great beech tree, but for now, it's happy to be cradled and cared for by all of the other trees in the forest. In fact, if one was to investigate and really look into things, you would find out that all of the trees here really care for each other. And this fir tree feels very protective of this little beech tree, and through her roots sends a subtle message, a quiet promise, if you like, to share her nutrients and protect the young sprout from harm. For the forest is alive with this kind of silent communication, silent to us humans at least. Each tree knows its place, and each one understands its role in the greater community. The oak, the fir, and all of the other trees do not compete for resources. Instead, they cooperate, ensuring that every plant, from the tiniest sprout to the mightiest tree, has what it needs to thrive. As the morning progresses, the forest comes to life a little more. The trees offer shade and shelter and nourishment to all who dwell within their domain. The little beech sprout, hardly noticeable to the human eye, feels the warmth and care of the older trees. It senses the strength of the oak, the resilience of the fir, and the kindness of all the other trees in the forest. Days pass on, and spring unfolds in all its gentle beauty. The grand oak watches over the forest floor as the young beech grows a little taller each day. Some days, the sky darkens and a soft rain begins to fall, pattering lightly on the leaves and the ground below. The rain is a welcome visitor, bringing with it the life-giving water that the trees and plants need to thrive. The oak feels the droplets slide down his sturdy trunk, soaking into the earth at his base, where his roots can draw them in and distribute them to the surrounding plants. The little beech sprout lifts its tiny leaves to the sky, catching the rain, drinking deeply, feeling the nourishment flow through its slender stem. On these rainy days, the forest takes on a different kind of stillness. The birds find shelter under the broad leaves, and the little squirrel I mentioned earlier, well, she curls up in her nest, cozy and dry, high up in the oak tree's branches, lulled to sleep by the gentle rhythm of the rain. The fir tree feels the cool droplets slide down her needles, her roots drinking deeply from the softened soil. And all who are here welcome the springtime rain. And once it passes, and the sun, our nearest star, begins to peek back through the clouds, the forest breathes a collective sigh of contentment. The air is fresh and clean now, filled with the scent of damp earth and new growth. The sun's warmth returns, coaxing the leaves to open wider, the flowers to bloom brighter, and the young shoots to stretch toward the light. Now, the cycle of growth continues as the days lengthen and the warmth of deep spring settles over the forest. Even more new saplings push their way through the soil, greeted by the older trees with quiet encouragement. Each day brings new life, new growth, and all are content and living in a very special, very peaceful community. You know, trees are very complex and more interconnected than they appear to us humans. Beneath the forest floor, hidden from our view, lies a vast network of roots that connect the trees in a community known as the Wood Wide Web. Through this network, trees are able to communicate, share resources, and even warn each other of dangers. Trees also have an impressive ability to sense and respond to their environment. They can detect changes in light, temperature, and moisture, and adjust their growth accordingly. For example, when a tree senses that it is not getting enough sunlight, it can increase the growth rate of its leaves and branches on the side that receives more light, ensuring it captures as much sunlight as possible. Trees also play a crucial role in maintaining the health of our planet Earth. They absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and release oxygen through the process of photosynthesis, which is vital for life on Earth. Every movement of a tree's leaves, every drop of water absorbed by the roots, and every nutrient shared through the network contributes to the health and harmony of the forest and of our wider world. Now, back to our friends. As spring gives way to summer, the forest takes on a new, vibrant energy. The trees, now fully leafed in all their splendor, stand tall and proud, their branches heavy with lush green foliage. New trees have joined the community, their young leaves shimmering in the golden light. A tall, graceful birch tree has taken root near the fir. Her slender branches sway gently in the warm breeze. The little birch, with her smooth white bark, seems to almost wave to her neighbors, her leaves rustling in a friendly greeting. The oak, as always, stands strong and steady at the heart of the forest. He feels a deep sense of satisfaction as he watches the younger trees grow and flourish under the care of their elders. He stretches his branches wide, offering shade to the smaller trees and plants that nestle close to his trunk, providing them with a cool respite from the summer heat. His roots continue to reach out, sharing nutrients and water with those who need it most. The fir tree, her needles, as ever, soft and green, catches the morning dew. Her branches shimmer in the early sunlight. She sways slightly, almost like she's welcoming the new arrivals. And throughout the summer days, the forest continues to hum with life and activity. The trees stand close together, their branches often touching, as if in a gentle embrace. This is a world of peace and beauty, where every tree is valued, every little life that lives in the trees is cherished, and every moment is filled with the quiet joy of simply being. Then, as summer begins to fade, the forest feels the subtle shift in the air, signaling the arrival of autumn. The trees, ever perceptive, sense the change and prepare for the new season with a quiet resolve. The leaves, once a vibrant green, start to turn shades of amber, gold, and deep crimson. The oak, now adorned in a rich cloak of russet leaves, embraces the change, for he has seen many autumns or falls, and he knows how much he loves this time of year. His leaves, which have nourished him and the forest all summer, begin to gently detach, floating down to the forest floor, where they will provide nourishment for the soil and the new life that will emerge next spring. So, as the days grow shorter and the air turns crisp, the forest takes on a new, quieter rhythm. And in this season of change, the forest is a place of reflection and quiet preparation. The trees, as ever, connected by their deep roots, support one another as they transition from the autumn into winter. Now, the stillness of winter is upon the forest. The once vibrant colors of autumn have faded, and a soft blanket of snow covers the ground, muffling the sounds of the forest and bringing a deep stillness to the air. The trees, now mostly without leaves, apart from the fir tree, of course, stand tall and silent. The forest rests now in a peaceful sleepy quiet. The oak, mighty and enduring, feels the weight of the snow on his branches, but he does not bend. He has seen many winters, and he knows that this is a time for rest and conservation. The fir tree, her needles still green and vibrant against the starkness of the snow, stands as a resilient figure. She does not shed her leaves, but instead provides shelter to the little creatures of the forest, offering them a safe place to hide from the cold. Her branches cradle the little beech tree who has met his first winter, but he rests peacefully, gathering strength for the springtime to come. The animals of the forest sense the deep quiet that has settled over the trees, and they have retreated to their nests and burrows. The little squirrel, who once played among the oak's branches, curls up in its cozy nest, its fur fluffed up to keep warm. The birds, now silent, tuck their little heads under their wings, finding warmth in the shelter of the trees. The forest is now a place of deep sleep and stillness. The wind lightly blows through the bare branches, carrying with it the quiet song of winter. And in a way, it seems like the trees stand closer together, sharing warmth and strength in this time of rest. As night falls upon the forest, the sky darkens and the stars emerge, twinkling faintly above the snow-covered landscape. And so, the forest sleeps, cradled by the cold and the darkness, And there is a beauty to this stillness, to this time of year. For the forest, like all of us, deserves deep rest and, of course, deep, rejuvenating sleep.